Hey everybody, welcome back to this Let's Play of Final Fantasy for the PlayStation. I am Drak. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, last time on the Final Fantasy Let's Play, we healed the Wind Crystal, we forged the weapon Excalibur, and now we are making our way to the final boss. We are in the Temple of Chaos 2,000 years ago. That's right, boys and girls, we went back in time. Gonna go back in time. And I guess we're going to go back and create a time paradox? I don't know. Doc Brown isn't with us. He can't explain time travel, so we're just kind of up a creek. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to call Doc Brown. This is like Blizzard's new WoW expansion. It really is trying to... it's a weird concept. Don't ever get time travel involved. Okay. Speaking of, so one of the things that's happened over the last couple of days, last couple of weeks, has been BlizzCon. To any Blizzard fans out there, were you excited for the announcements that they made? For me, to bring people up to speed, there really wasn't any StarCraft announcements for StarCraft fans. There was more into the Diablo 3 expansion, more into Hearthstone, and then they announced the newest WoW expansion, Warlords of Draenor, which is just basically going to be them wanting to do their favorite orcish warlords in this MMO. So I'll get into the story later. And then we also had Heroes of the Storm, which is the Blizzard MOBA. It's had its name changed over the years. It was Blizzard Dota first, which Steam didn't like, and then they did Blizzard All-Stars, and now they are to Heroes of the Storm. And that actually, to me, was the coolest thing at BlizzCon. I'm not big into MOBAs. I thought here and there about trying Dota 2 or League of Legends. The problem is, for me, is that it's all about the battle arena. It's not about, fleshing out story. So there's not really a campaign or a way to teach you how to play the game. Whereas this one actually feels like it would teach you how to play a MOBA. And it also has characters that I know and like. So I don't need to have that story mode. I know who Arthas is. I know who Jim Raynor is. And I know somebody's going to scream out, "You're just biased! That's why you won't play League of Legends!" No, I actually thought about playing League of Legends for a long time there. Some of the heroes look really, really cool and steeped in lore, and then I realized, oh, they don't get a single-player campaign for you to learn more about them. Well, that's kind of crap. If they did that, I'd love it. I really would. Especially since there's a ton of heroes, so there'd be a lot of single-player stuff to do. I don't even care if it's just, up to 4 missions. It doesn't need to be huge. Just give me some story development with these characters. I don't need to worry about that with Heroes of the Storm because I know who Jim Raynor is. I played StarCraft. I know who Diablo is. I played Diablo... No, I finished 1 before it wouldn't work on Windows 7 anymore. And then I got halfway into Diablo 2, and I finished Diablo 3. So I know who Diablo is. So yeah, I was more excited about that. For my viewpoint on... I've said this before on both Jack and Shadow and here. I am a World of Warcraft player. I don't know how I feel about Warlords of Draenor. And I've even said this to friends of mine and said, well, maybe I'm just a little jaded on this because I pretty much got everything I wanted with Mists of Pandaria. I really wanted just an Asian-themed expansion, and I got it. So, I'm not saying I hate the game. In fact, this is kind of a weird one in the fact where the art direction isn't the thing that draws me in. It was some of the game changes that did. So, for example, Reforging is gone. That's awesome. Having not to deal with certain particular stats anymore. That's awesome. Having to not worry about assembling multiple sets of armor. That's awesome. But the art of the areas... Shadow Moon Valley was cool to look at, but that was it for me. Outland is not exactly the area that I like the most in World of Warcraft. So when they said, oh, well, we're going to, do Draenor, and it's going to be Outland the way we wanted to do it. Okay. Again, I may just have a full belly from Mists of Pandaria. So don't take that to heart. The Hearthstone stuff wasn't all that keen to me. I don't know. I haven't really played Hearthstone, and I haven't really played the Warcraft card game. I may have to try that before I make an assessment of it. But I was a little irritated that there was no StarCraft 2 news. I am still waiting for the Protoss expansion, and that Protoss are my favorite. So I want news on Legacy of the Void. And they didn't give me any. Well, to you, Blizzard. Okay, so since I don't talk about the game enough... so yeah, we're just making our way through the Temple of Chaos. We are getting to a point where we're going to have to deal with some old friends again. And this is one of the coolest parts to me about this game. And I'll let you see when we get there, but it's great. It's a good idea. So yeah, those were my viewpoints on BlizzCon. I'd like to hear what you guys thought. If you guys were excited for Warlords of Draenor, maybe you can convince me. I don't know. Could happen. If you were excited for Heroes of the Storm 2, great! This might be one of those points where I actually do expand my BattleNet and play around with people, because I don't really do that with StarCraft 2, and I kind of keep myself in Diablo as well as WoW. Heroes of the Storm might be the one where I actually do try the multiplayer a lot. Might happen. Or who knows, maybe I'll get into Hearthstone. Of course, right next to the staircase I get a random encounter. Like clockwork, never fails. Okay. And one step, but this one was kind of planned. What? But we killed you! That's the one of the coolest parts about this area is the 4 Fiends are revisited, and they're more powerful. So now I have to play this game safely, but like with Tiamat, where he had some unique abilities, now Lich, Marilith, and Kraken will also have specific abilities. Ouchies. 1500 and the aim is broken. I have no problem with this, because it's one fiend down. And there we go. We don't have to worry about liberating crystals anymore. He's not blocking our path anymore. Next floor. Deeper into the depths we go, and Diablo will wait for us at the bottom. Okay, that's Big Secret Games. I've got Blizzard on the brain now, guys. Thankfully, these worms I think I can run away from. Yay! I will always run away from unnecessary encounters. It's not like I'm hurting for levels. Now, one other question that people might be asking me, because it comes up every now and again, is, what are you currently playing? Not really a whole lot. Right now, I'm in the middle of the last month of the semester, so finals are around the corner. I haven't really been playing a whole lot aside from Drak and Shadow stuff and stuff for the channel, or for my channel. So, I mean, I've dabbled here and there into some future projects, but also I tried to start up the Elder Scrolls. I've gotten way too many people asking me, you need to play this game. Oh, look, it's Marilith. Yay! Revisited Marilith. So yeah, I have friends every now and then that are like, why didn't you get into Skyrim? Because I never played any of the Elder Scrolls. You need to play the Elder Scrolls! So I finally compromised and said, okay, well, maybe I'll do it with Morrowind, since I can play that on the 360. Bye-bye, Marilith. She's so easy. I mean, we just blew right through her. That's really sad, but I like the design, so it's good to see it. And so I've been starting up Morrowind. I'm still very much in the middle on it. I don't know what to think of it. It's kind of frustrating me to an extent. But friends have told me that I'm not using a proper enough guide to help me get through the game. So I switched it up. Hopefully that fixes it. We'll see! Oh, look, water-themed enemies. I wonder who's next. Yes, as you can see, guys, Marilith didn't take a whole lot of effort for me. She has basically more HP, but it's the same abilities. Aside from one big fire ability if she gets it off. Thankfully she didn't, and I nuked her into oblivion. Because that's how I roll. But right now I'm just getting encounter after encounter. Oh, and these guys. I hate it when these little tornadoes come up, because you can't run from them, and they're pains in the butt, because they're fast. So they usually get to go before my characters do, which is frustrating. And the best way to kill them is really just to have Yang and Bart's hammer on them. They don't really have an elemental weakness, per se. If you get lucky, you can hit that high, like with the 200. That's about it. So at this point, we just have Yang and Bart do the job for us. Do a quick little heal. And come on, come on, come on. There you go, Vivi. Oh, yay. That's one kill I don't have to worry about. Okay, so the Aquoses are dead. And we did take a little bit of damage there, so let's just take care of that. Oh, look, Vivi. He's walked through unscathed, and usually he's the guy I have to worry about. Ah, more Aquos. And no, it won't let me run. No. Why won't you let me run? It really is kind of a pain in the butt. Just because I want to get done with this place, and I'm really close. That's why I'm a little frustrated. I'm really close to the final floor, and they're not letting me get there any faster. Alright, well, 2 of them are down. Do a quick heal off to Yang. And then we get to go into the second round. Alright, more Bolt 3. Yay! Let's do it. Nope. Alright, looks like we're going into a third round. Yay, it's dead. And we got a level. Yay! We're even more overpowered in here. If you're Aquos... Ah! Grrr. I think I figured out the title for this episode. Curse you, Aquos! Stupid water tornadoes. Or I guess these would be whirlpools. Nah, I like water tornadoes better. Bye-bye. And Bart's gained a level. Yay! Yeah, more crap. Run away! Run away! Run away! Yeah, I'm trying to think of something that I played recently that people might want to know. Oh! Actually, yes. I think I mentioned this in the previous part, but I've been playing through the 6th Ace Attorney game. Or I guess technically 5th with the name. Oh, look, hi, Kraken. And I've been loving it. It's a great game. It's hilarious, like all the games usually are. I love some of the voice moments. I'm not going to criticize Phoenix's voice. I think it's okay. Most of the voices are okay, in my opinion. The only one that kind of bothered me was the Winston Payne brother. I think he should have been a little bit more snivelly. But that's it. When I get done with it, I'll probably go into more depth on it, but it's Ace Attorney. I enjoy it. It's hilarious. The 3D is awesome. We'll get there when we get there. I may actually do a game review of that. And bye-bye, Kraken. Seriously, it doesn't take you that long. All I gotta do is wait for Yang to hit. So that's 3 of the 4 Fiends, which means Tiamat's close. Okay, so we're done with this floor. And this is the second to last floor. But before we go to the next floor, we are actually going to do a little bit of an errand. If people remember from a previous part, I did say there is a more powerful sword in this dungeon. We're going to go get it. And like I said before, if I had a ninja in my party, I could easily just give that ninja Excalibur, and they'd be fine. Curse you, purple worms. You won't let me run. Alright, if you wish to be annihilated. Yeah, aside from trying out Morrowind, playing a lot of Ace Attorney, and obviously all the Drak and Shadow stuff and finals, I just haven't had a whole lot of time to play games, so I'm sorry if that disappoints some people, but finals are almost here, so that means after that I'm going to go way into overdrive and catch up on a lot of things. Plus, we've also had a lot of some holiday plans for Drak and Shadow. For those who are interested, back in October, we did Castlevania as a special for the month of October. We're going to be doing that again for December, but I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to go to Drak and Shadow. It'll be starting in mid-November and going through all the way to December. Go watch it. It'll be fun. We're going to be going into another game that Alex has never played, or Shadow Blazer 3000, and you won't want to miss it. So that's really what I've been doing, is I've been catching up on all the Pokemon and Phantasy Star 2 and Sonic Adventure, trying to get all that stuff done so we can get into the next round. But after finals are done, I can start getting into other things. Alright, so we got the legendary weapon Masamune. And now we can give that to Bartz because it's better. And then we could easily hand that over, the Excalibur over to a ninja. Or you could obviously hand Masamune over to the ninja, and they do a lot more damage. We don't have to worry about that because it's best to keep Yang unarmed. But we are going to take a break for this week. I'm sorry to troll you guys a little bit, but next week we will be taking on the final boss and finishing the first Final Fantasy game. So sit back and relax for the week, and then next week we'll finish this. I am Drak. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.